Hi, I am Aditi Upadhyay.
Hi, I'm Vishwajit Deva Sharma.
Hi, I'm Rahul Tyagi.
Today, at our new episode at Technotree Network Narratives, which is a platform to share the transformation stories, visionary strategies, and also the groundbreaking innovations that is running around Technotree. We are going to have an exciting episode where we are going to discuss the strategic move that Technotree have recently made into the North American market, which we believe is going to be a great milestone in terms of expansion. So we have our guest today, Mr. Viswajit Deva Sharma and Mr. Rahul Tyaki, to talk more in details about this episode.
I would like to start with you, Biswajit. I would like to ask you, how do you think like Technotree product portfolio is gonna align with the unique requirements of how US telecom operators work in that market, or especially in terms of innovation and scalability?
From the product portfolio perspective, one thing that Technotree has been doing for a while now is investing in building out industry generic products. We have invested a lot in terms of our architecture, making sure that our products follow standards that helps us grow and develop new business models for customers. What that essentially allows us to do is like help all sorts of strategic initiatives that our customers are taking, whether it is in terms of targeting a new segment or whether it is in terms of starting new business units or business models. And I believe that Technotree's focus into building that standard product out and standardized product out really has helped us in North American market to help capture the essence of the business in the market.
How critical is Technotree Digital BSS portfolio when we talk about in driving the relationships with the telecom operators out there present in US market, and when we talk about how to build that traction that we have already done, or how do you think you can take this forward?
It's actually very critical. So our BSS portfolio have been a symbol of success for Technology from last many years, and we have invested a lot into that. And when we talk about a digital BSS portfolio, it's basically a mature stack which has a fully compliant TM forum product into it, and the embedded intelligence, a lot of good references that we have from the other regions brings a lot of value to the customers. And it is getting a lot of visibility and traction in the North American market. And as a result, we are going with a lot of local partnerships, and we have a lot of confidence into the stack and the deployment that we have done, the range of use cases that we have covered. It has worked a lot for us. But in addition to that, as I said, one of the key strategies for this market would be our Sense AI platform also. So in addition to the BSS, which anyways have intelligence embedded, we would also be focusing majorly this year onto the AI offerings of it.
What are the strategies that you think that Technotree should be pushing to accelerate the growth, as in we are entering a very new market? So what are the strategies that you feel we should focus on, especially to be an achiever in this market?
Yeah, so whenever you enter in a new market, one of the big things that you need to do is to establish a little bit of a brand recall and establish that trust and confidence in the brand. One of the best ways we feel that we can go ahead and make an entry into this market is focus on partners who are already present in that market. We have already partnered with some of the large scale SI partners who are market SIs all over the globe. They have global presence and also have a very strong business already in North America. So one of our key strategies is to create enablement programs to help our partners leverage on our products, create different solutions, and help their customers achieve the business objectives that they have. And that's our key objective. We are also focusing a lot on making sure that we are making further investments into our platform to make sure we are enabling our partners to achieve their goals much more efficiently than what they would do otherwise, let's say with their current solutions or whatever new strategic areas that we are going into.
Like, what are the specific trends that you have noticed or you have seen in US telecom market that has shaped Technotree approach to build the partnership and gain that traction?
So traditionally, if you observe the developed markets, not just the US but even in Europe, they put a lot of emphasis on the relationship building and a lot of good references. So we knew entering a new market, a developed market, we would require somebody who can vouch for us, who understand our products, who have seen our deployments, who have seen the variety of use cases and the success we have got in the other regions. So one of the strategy was to partner with the regional partners, local partners who can introduce us and market those capabilities that we have to the prospective customers into the region. So that was one of the strategic part that we took the initiative. Second is, and that's my personal view, is the best marketing uh, that we can do or a product pitch is when we talk about the successful deliveries, when we talk about the customer testimony. So no matter how much ideas, innovation, intent we talk about, every new customer or new market would like to see how you have bringing your visions into reality on ground. So since we are able to do it in other regions, we just have to replicate that success. And to reach to that level, we were supported greatly, as Vishwa mentioned, by our partners. So overall, it was a very good synergy between the partners and the customers from the region.
Thankfully, the insights that you have given, that definitely gives us a path on which we are going to walk. But when we also talk about the strategies, when we also talk about the trends, there also comes the short term or long term goals that we have in mind. So what's going to be your business development strategy, as in specific in terms, to achieve those goals that you have in mind to be successful in that market?
Firstly, see, we are very practical in our approach. We're not trying to exhaust ourselves by running here and there. We have a specific strategy. After a lot of research, we have come to it, and we keep on evolving that. So, going through the partnerships, targeting specific market is one of the strategic part. In the long term, the vision is very clear. We aim to serve the customers, the operators from 100K subscriber base to 100 million subscriber base. That's the spectrum we are targeting. And we want to become the vendor of choice for the operators into the market. Now, to reach there, as we have just started our journey into the region with this recent tier 1 win, this would make us put a very strong statement to the industry, to the market, to the region, what our capabilities are, not only in terms of product but in terms of the delivery capabilities. And this will pave the way going forward. And all our strategies, be it expanding our capabilities into the region, bringing in new technology, as I talked about the AI capability that we are focusing a lot this year, all this is into our plan for short term to mid term, and eventually you'll see we grow into the region like this.
Also, to add to what Rahul has been saying, one of the other key areas that we are focusing on is really driving strategic intent. A lot of our customers, they probably have been doing certain things, but we are also engaging with them at a strategic level, showing that what could be other possibilities, if there could be a new segment that they could target, or if there could be a new area or a new business model that could target. We are also helping them understand that what could be other extensions that on top of their current business that they are trying to do. And that has also created a lot of traction, a lot of conversations in terms of the possibilities that going forward that we may pursue.
On the point what you just mentioned, Vishwajit, so now when we talk about US market, it's a market which has several telecom operators already in existence. They can be a big giants or maybe a small operators, like any other market or any other region like we have around the globe. So I would like to talk about the role that Technotree intelligent product catalogs will play in terms of emphasizing or simplifying or optimizing the service delivery that we are going to offer for the telecom operators in US market.
Absolutely. I think so. As I had mentioned earlier as well, a lot of the operators are looking to extract new value out of their market and new value out of their segments. And for that, they must be able to offer new services and new products and new innovations in the market. And in order for that to happen, there's a huge amount of strategic intent that is required to go to market and rapidly react to the market requirements. So case in point, we are right now working with one tier 1 operation in North America, where they are actually a multi-brand operations, and what they intended to do is drive different strategies across different segments. They are targeting a wide spectrum of segments, but for each segment they have a different strategy. But behind the scene, they wanted to have one unified operation. They wanted to optimize their time to value, or they wanted to optimize their own business operations. So they wanted to go ahead and implement one stack. And our product catalog really helps there, because with our catalog driven architecture, we are not just providing capabilities on how to they can optimize their technical operations, but we are also driving the customer experience and the business operations towards the customer side. So that's one of the key aspects that we are driving from a strategic perspective with one of the operations in North America.
Okay, would you like to add anything, Rahul, on top of that?
So this is as a baseline. So whatever we are doing in terms of strategy, it is not limited to the product ideation or the delivering values like Vishwa mentioned, or the business development effort. It has to be synchronized across the domains, right?
Right.
So if we bring in certain strategy in product ideation, for that matter, are we able to translate that benefit or that strategy into business development? Are we able to communicate those values that we are bringing into our technology side, delivery sides to the customer? Are we able to communicate that? And yes, if we are able to do it, how how much it is beneficial for the customer, maybe in terms of reducing time to deliver, maybe in terms of saving a lot of money for them through automation. All these things goes in a loop, right? So this is what, like, the essence what Vishwa tried to bring in, that whatever strategies we are putting in, they are not in silos. We are making sure that the loop is getting closed across the life cycle.
So when we talk about 5G AI, which is everywhere around the corner, and everyone is trying to put a new perspective to it and trying to bring that innovation in their own product. So how do you think the Technotree product solutions, or the solutions that we cater to our customers who are going to be there in US telecom domain, how is that going to be different from others, and especially how they are going to solve problems? I agree that Viswa said that we have a different approach which is very much unique from the other operators which are already existing, but how do you think we are going to meet market demands in terms of the solution that we are going to cater to the US operators?
So first thing is not to get lost. That's the biggest, I would say, the challenge the market is facing. With the lot of noise about AI and technological developments and everything, we are losing the ground. The success mantra lies in the focus part, right? We understand transformation is not a one-time activity like change. Change is a one-time activity. Transformation keeps on happening. So when we say we are there to support the transformation journey of our operator customers, we also need to ensure that we are transforming continuously, right? So when we evolved our BSS portfolio or our fintech portfolio or our AI platform, the intent was that we understand the customer needs, the customer behavior, and then we deliver those customer needs to our customers who are the CSPs, right? Because at the end of the day, if you see, till maybe a decade back or 2 decades back, the primary change agents were the operators themselves. In last 5 to 10 years, with the digital revolution, the customers are the change agents. They are relentlessly asking operators to have new services, better services, right? So when we talk about AI and 5Gs, these are the facets, these are driving the transformation. With 5G, speed is possible now. So all those use cases which were initially locked because there was not enough speed available, 5G will enable them. Similarly, there are use cases which were locked because AI was not there initially. Those will be unlocked. So it is important to understand what is the need of the market, make a conjunction with the technology available, put that capability into the product, and when we go to our customers, they realizes that value because they are facing those challenges day in and day out, right? So that is our strategy, that we are not looking only outward for the transformation. Let the operator asking us. And one thing that I have learned, and Vishwa would agree, is especially that the limited experience that I have with the US market is operators are actually very open if somebody challenges them. If they have certain architecture in their mind, if they have certain design, and if we go and propose a better solution or a better approach, and if they see value, they're very happy to accept that. That is one thing that I see very positive so far into the market. And I think with that approach, as an industry as a whole, be it the operators or the vendors, we would grow immensely into the market and into the domain.
Okay, I think that's a very beautiful explanation in terms of how, from a business development perspective, you're gonna take that way ahead. But also on top of that, Viswajit, from a technology perspective, how do you see IoT, 5G, AI now being in market being so relevant with all the operators from a strategy point, from a technology perspective, how do you see that's going to be a USP for us? What's our unique value proposition in that case?
So first and foremost, I totally agree with Rahul that it's very important not to kind of get lost in the terminologies. It's very important for us to focus on the value, and that's what the customers are doing. That's what the operators are doing. They are trying to bring new value to their customers, either by inventing or innovating new products and services on top of these platforms, whether it is IoT, whether it is 5G, or by adding, bundling them together, or bringing new value or new, offerings to the market. And end of the day, a market transformation, as Rahul was mentioning, is a gradual process. It's all about enabling that journey. Okay, and our product stack, because as I mentioned right in the beginning, it is designed around agility. It is designed around flexibility of running different business models. It really uniquely positions us to go ahead and drive after any business model out there. And that's the unique position. Our customers, they may have to experiment with different business model. Some of them will succeed, but some of them will have to pivot it from, but we are there, and that's what the platform is designed for, and that's what we enable our customers to do. On top of that, if we add the capabilities of our investment into cloud native architecture and aspects like that, we can help our customers achieve this much more rapidly than anyone else probably in the market who can help, or a longer transformation journey that would traditionally be required for doing such a thing.
We have successfully headed in a lot of the regions. How do you think that entering a new market will make a shift for Technotree in terms of ambition, in terms of achievements that we have planned ahead? And also, how do you think it's gonna reshape the strategies that we are currently following, or and how it's gonna be different out there in US market?
We took some time before we entered the US market, and we have a lot of expertise and experience behind us. We have been serving the telcos for more than 4 decades now. So we have a lot of experience with us and a lot of good and success stories from other regions. And we took our time before entering the market, and it was a strategic move. Now we thought the time is right, and we entered into the market. The first priority was to make this transition very smooth for ourselves as a company, Technotree, and to our customers. One thing that I've noticed is customers can go immediately passive the moment they hear half cooked stories or half developed products. We do not want you to take that risk. Now, our portfolio, it has been, as I said, evolving, but I think now we are at a juncture where we have a fully mature portfolio, as I said, with all the compliances and regulations. And that is the reason we got an early success into the region. And this early success means a lot, not for ourselves in North America region, but globally. It makes a strong statement for the Technotree. And the other thing is, what we have learned here is the partnership part. And we really want to replicate going with local partners in other regions as well. It worked really well for us. And the last thing I want to mention is, so every region has its, cultural aspects that translate into a user behavior, the customer behavior. So the behavioral part, the scale of the operation, the complexity of the operation that we are dealing here, it will not just be a very good reference for the North American market, but we will take these learnings, these lessons learned to the other regions as well, as we are bringing in the lesson learned from the other regions to the US market. So, as I said initially, when we talk about the strategy, it cannot be in silo, right? So, our US strategy has to work in conjunction to our global strategy. Whatever good we do in other regions will be reflected into the US market, and the vice versa.
Thank you for taking out some time today and helping our audience to understand it better. Thank you so much.
Thank you.